So most people get differentiating their product so wrong that it just hurts. It actually caused me physical pain. The main thing that you have to realize is that when we differentiate something, we don't want to, and this is a perfect example because of the fact that, well, what can we really do here? Traditionally, the thing that most people do would go, well, can we bundle it? Maybe. Like we do a dark bean and we do a medium and a light. It's like a 3-pack of coffee. Okay, that could work technically. The next thing that people might do is they might say, can we sell more for less? A differentiation in the fact that I'm bulk. I sell for cheaper than the rest of you. They're not washed beans. We are washed beans, right? So we start thinking of all the features of the products and we start thinking of adding more for less on Amazon. And most of the people you're going to compete against are going to be thinking that way, which is why once I figured out the superpower that is value innovation through differentiation, it's almost a new term, right? I said differentiation, that's what people are familiar with. Really what we have to do is value innovate. And the way that we do that is we have the highest value in the market and we innovate our way to the highest value because we have something that is completely new to the market space. It's not just a differentiated version of what already exists. So there's this book called The Blue Ocean Strategy, which goes over this in depth. I'd recommend reading that if you haven't already. But the main idea is this. When I look at this page of options, I'm looking at a red ocean. Right? I'm looking at a commodity product in a bunch of sellers all nipping at each other's heels and trying to take the next person's sales. How do we break out of that? Well, we have to sell to someone new completely in uncontested market space. And we have to do that through value innovation. So what are things we can do to increase the value of the product? Decrease the cost. This is getting a little distracted, but this is a very good example of this. So all of a sudden I'm stopped. You always said, think. Everyone else is kind of doing where their coffee is from or what it is. French roasted, right? Original. This blend, that blend. He blend, she blend, they blend. And so it's like the think automatically I'm starting to go, what do you mean? As someone who's interested in performance, as an athlete myself, someone who sits at a keyboard for most of the day competitively, I'm starting to think, okay, I might drink coffee that helps me with my mental focus and energy. Okay, it's even in their title. I can see there is lion's mane chaga mushrooms nootropic mushroom blend for enhanced brain function. So now all of a sudden, picture this. It's this market, and there was never a whole bean mushroom coffee for focus on the market. Well, all of a sudden, you've secured yourself a position on the page that will not be taken from you or battled against you for a very long time because it is a completely new product, and it is not what these sellers are doing. They wouldn't even have necessarily access to. This would be a bit of a tough task. They would have to essentially, these are all connections built with roasters to fill coffee. If we start adding this thing to the process where we're like, hey, can you add mushroom powder and these nootropic ingredients and then blend those after it's been roasted at this point in the process, it does get tough. And so I know what you're probably thinking is, but how the heck would I do that? That sounds expensive. Well, I'm here to tell you that I did this with $6,000, give or take, $6,500, somewhere in that range. Just last year, about a year from today, our brand is now doing $33,280 in the last 30 days. Doing that somewhere between 27-30% profit margin. And the way that we did that is this exactly. So we made a bag. Our product does come in a bag. I will say that pops off of the page and makes me stop with one bold grab of attention. Okay, so that's one of the first differentiations is you have to look different. Okay, really it's just adding value. I want to get away from differentiation because that implies we have the same base product, but it's different. We're trying to pitch this as this has never been done before, and there's never been a product for this person. So when we can go into a market, identify a group of people that will all agree that this is a superior product, we just make it for them. We actually ignore most of the market that everyone's competing for and just focus on this new uncontested space, which is like the high level gold medal champion athlete like myself. And so let's take a look through the listing and let's just see what we all think. Comment down below. You think I'm wrong? I know I'm not, but I'd love to hear if you do think that. That's a great listing. It's a great listing. It has this brand feel. I really like this image, right? This is a good image. This is the mushrooms that they're referring to inside. This is a very good image. Okay, so it's just all done with good taste. Honestly, for the brand feel that they're going for, these are great images. By everyone's standards, are they? No, but for this specific purpose of mental clarity, we don't want busy images. We want pretty much a background of a simple, bold color every time, because that actually enhances the feeling of energy in photography. Something is punchy, high contrast, but minimalist as far as text to read, etc. There's movement implied here with the beans spilling. So there's a couple of different tools and tricks they're using with their photography to get you feel a certain way that we could break down eventually. But in terms of this video, the main thing that I want to pull your attention towards and get you to start focusing on is, what am I going to do that no one currently has, so that if I sell, people have to buy what I sell from me? And it's not the difference of a logo being changed or the difference of you sell two of them, they sell one of them. No, truly you have a unique offering. Sorry, I'm working on a new mic configuration and I'm bumping into it a little bit. But truly you have a unique offering entirely. And so one of the things that we'll notice as well is that they have really good ratings. So that's increasing the value right there. It's social proof. And so I would be looking at what some of those most, I've purchased this coffee, by the way. It is very good. What are some of the people saying and how are they saying it? And that'll tell you what their continuity probably looks like. If people are raving fans here, they're likely going to buy it more than once. And therefore, if they're advertising this product to acquire a customer one time and they're paying maybe break even on their first sale, but then they buy it 3 more times, well, you can do the math. That's a very good thing, okay? And which is exactly the case of what happened for me. I saw this in stores. I knew to buy it because I had seen some of their ads. I knew the benefits. I bought it, and then I bought it again like 4 times. It was my coffee of choice for a little while there. And then I started going to this local roaster close by, and it just became this kind of emotional connection to the place. Very good local coffee, but nonetheless. So, best dark roast morning coffee. And don't get bored and leave this video right now. Don't do it. I know that this is like things start slowing down. Oh, he's not really giving advice. It's kind of obscure. This is how you do it right. You don't just think of it off the top of your head. It's never how it works. We go and we look at the reviews of people because we have to build a customer avatar in our mind that we actually are kind of testing against. And what we can even do is take a bunch of these reviews, enter them into ChatGPT, and create a prompt in which we create a customer avatar with these. Okay, not rocket science. We would just copy a bunch of reviews and throw them in there and say, you are this customer. What do you think about this idea and this idea and this idea? And it's not as good as real surveys of real customers because of the diversity. However, there are you can train a bot on all of these. And now, I would be very, very slow to read these. I took my time. I spent a few days reading all the reviews in my market, made this big thing called Amazon Market Analysis. And that was the launching pad for what I needed to do with my product. So if I was going into whole bean coffee, that would be my play, right? I would have done something in which this is not just coffee, it's coffee plus this, and this is who it's for, and this is our value proposition. Compare that to what most, I'm not even going to call them brands, sellers are doing on Amazon with the private label model, and I did it for many years, is they're going to take this and do this, right? They're going to go, this worked, or this worked, let me do this. And quite literally, like they would put a cup of coffee smoking, change the brand name, maybe change some of the wording and a little bit of the color scheme, and they're going to go, that's my product. That is only going to work until someone does that to you, and then to them, and then to them, and to them, and then you have a market filled to the brim, overflowing from the brim, I should say. Yeah, the brim was achieved long ago. With sellers who all have the same products, and you're just one of those. Just another one of those. And so you have to sell for really cheap. You have really nowhere to hold your ground. And quite honestly, you're not worth more than that either, because you didn't add value to the marketplace. So you get paid in direct proportion to how much value you add to the marketplace. So one of the best things that you can do is not make products that are better, faster, cooler, right? You make products that are newer. Okay. So, or get away from the ER words altogether, right? You make something for someone that doesn't currently exist, and you look at their pain points that they already have, and then build that. Okay, so that's differentiation. This is an interesting example of kind of just a play on branding and on creative. So Dark Tower Coffee, they are selling some, and the idea is that, oh, it's like this medieval knight brand. It looks very cool. It is just coffee, though. It's low acid, dark roast coffee. All dark roast is low acid. The longer you roast it, the less acidic it's going to be. So they're just kind of playing on typical coffee antics. And so if you're on this page and take this and apply it to your market, you want to be the think. You want to be the Four Sigmatic of your local market, coming in stores near you soon. That is why my product right now is successful. And now, what's the blueprint? I'll show you the blueprint. So differentiation, and then how do you differentiate your brand and launch a bunch of products? Do this. Seriously. Just make what worked the first time, that was for your uncontested marketplace, and just make it for different variations. So we have the think one. That's a customer group. Happy gut. People who have problems with their stomach, with their intestines, but they still want to drink coffee. That's a pretty big group of people. I've heard from several people like, oh, I love coffee, but it hurts my stomach. And then we have protect, so immune support. And so based on where you are in your journey and what you're trying to achieve, they're making a product for you, but isn't it still clearly this brand? And aren't they still clearly playing on their key value prop, which is it's coffee coated with blank. In some cases, it's ashwagandha, and in other cases, it is turkey's tail. I'm having a hard time reading that. I don't think you should be able to read that range, but L-theanine, right? For energy. Okay. And now as we go through here, they're getting into protein powder. So that's the scaling process through the differentiation. There is no true difficulty in this. It's more listening. And it is being able to look at what's being done in other large markets and taking that back to your market, and being able to get very good at modeling, okay? Big successful brands, I'm not talking like Coca-Cola, I'm talking about new disruptive successful brands, are so for a reason. And so it's like, what did they do and how did they make this product for someone specifically? And so the more someone feels like this is just for me, the more connected to it the more understood they feel, the more they want to buy it. And you could think back to your own life about, how do I want to buy things? When I look something up on Amazon and it is for me, it's like, that's exactly what I wanted. Good. Okay, you're going to buy it definitely then, right? So how can we evoke that feeling in people? Well, you need to be good at identifying large enough groups of people that care about a specific issue. In the world of coffee, just about anything you can think of exists, and just how big is it? And then being able to bring that to fruition in a way that the customer understands immediately. So shortening it down, using less words, more punchy packaging to grab their attention, and then explaining to them immediately kind of what your brand story is, what you're about, and why you're going to be beneficial to them. So I know we covered a lot there. If you're still a little lost in this, I have hours of footage talking about how I do brand building in this specific way in my Pay What You Want course. So you can literally join for anything over $1. It's not a big money grab here. Just wanted to help you out, and I put new content in there pretty much every week. So still building it, but yeah, if this interests you, head over there. Otherwise, just subscribe here. I put out as much free content as I physically can, truly. And so, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for being here. Later.